Well, Cornelia Jacobs is back, and she's back with Fine. And it's one of those singles that she, around the Eurovision time of this year in Turin, and she represented Sweden, by the way, she had dropped around the same time. Now, emphasis was on the song that she had sung for Sweden, and it went on to be a massive hit globally. But Cornelia Jacobs' music still intrigues me, her voice still intrigues me. And judging by what everybody has said about this particular single, she's a growing artist that is becoming, he's risen from the ashes, not becoming, risen from the ashes, and is going on to bigger and better things. And more people are subscribing to her, more and more people are following her. We shall see why in a moment, but not until we've had a bit of a background about the song itself. Anything about Cornelia is in my description with her links to all her channels. Now, around the Eurovision time, as I said, Cornelia dropped this. And what I do know is that she was a finalist in Melodifestivalen, the extended competition that selects Sweden's entry for Eurovision, and which concluded with her representing Sweden. But it wasn't, as I said, with this song. Hold Me Closer was the song that represented Sweden with her, and I predicted she'd be in the top 5, and she was placed 4th with the voting, although at one stage I think she was winning and she could have won, and a lot of people said she ought to. But this year all our sympathies went to Ukraine. A good song, my opinion, not deserving of winning, but a good song, and we followed our hearts instead of our musical minds this year. But if we had followed our musical minds, Cornelia may have won. She was doing so well in the votes, and then whatever way it turned around, she came 4th. As she says about this song, it will take some time to put down in words what the song means in this video to me. So I will have to get back to all of you on that, which is great, because my channel is about me interpreting the lyrics after you've heard. So that's what we'll do. Now, attached to this video is Tove Lo, whom I've discovered from Sweden, who's been described as the darkest element of pop in Sweden. And I've just uploaded the most incredible song. So do check out Tove Lo from Sweden on my channel. But back to this. When it comes to Fine, when it comes to this, I see what she's doing, but I'm not sure if she was dropping the song hoping to gain on the momentum of the song Hold Me Closer that was representing Sweden. I think it was a bit of a dare, but at the same time I understand why artists all around the world were doing that, dropping new singles along with the songs they were representing their countries. It's a bit of a risque thing to do, but it's been gathering momentum, this song. Now, what it says about it is it gives rise to her smoky aspect, that voice that's very smoky, almost Adele-like at certain times, really. And this song could be taken as an Adele song. Then it's stimulating in the middle. This is my research about what this song is about, as the synths enter a stage to gel perfectly with the vocal. Towards the end of this song, into Swedish, a trick that has been employed, I have to say, with the English. A lot of stars are singing their own language with the English, and it works equally well, if only because when you repeat the lines in your own language, there's an attractive ring in the vocals to them with most of the artists that do that, even if you don't know what they mean, the lyrics. I almost made the video of my week, but I'm very tied now between Tove Lo. But we'll get back to this. It's mechanical, it's geometrical in the dances and the dance moves and the choreography that she always incorporates, Cornelia Jacobs, into her videos. When I first considered it, I thought I could turn it into an S&M video in error, really. What with semi-naked ladies hanging off a wall, while her own subtle routines fall somewhere between Kate Bush and Sia. All in all, it's an intriguing production, it says, from a highly capable artist, but you'll have to exit that Wheatfield soon, girls, it finishes with a bit of humour. Mad Flad has caused a global shortage. Well, we had to finish with an air of how short are we going to be with this continuing thing in the world? But we'll get back to Cornelia. We'll get back to the song. Is it as fine as it looks? Let's listen, watch, hear, and judge afterward.
I hate you now when the love is gone. I hate you now when the love is gone. I heard you already met someone. I hate the love that you give someone. I hope you miss what you had in me. Well, if let me know and I'll hurry. If you tie your soul to somebody, I hope you know that it could have been me. But I will be fine for you. Fine if I have to. I'll wake up hiding the truth. Far from fine without you. Yesterday I was the best you had. How can something like that even change so fast? Sorry about my trivialities, that it filled the space we couldn't breathe. Now my days are weak and the nights are long, and my heart is still waiting for you to come home. And I know that it sounds good as fuck, but I like me more in your company. But I will be fine for you. Fine if I have to. I'll wake up high in the truth. Far from fine without you. Tills det vänder, vet att det gör ont och känns som att vi blöder. Om vi båda blundar kanske det går över. Snälla bara stanna, resten kan vi ta sen. Går det nu så dör jag, låt mig inte dö än.
Well, there's Cornelia Jacobs. Now, as I said, it's very geometrical because of the dancing and the angles that she does to express the words, and it does sound attractive. You know, due to my research, I did it in the bio in the beginning. It does sound attractive when they incorporate their own language. The Swedish language is beautiful when it's sung properly, but Cornelia is proving it's just as popular when it's put into pop music effectively. It delivers the message just as intriguingly and as powerfully as she wants it to be. What are those lyrics? We're going to get into them now. This is the lyrics, and it opens up with, I need to know you now. Our love is gone. I hate you now. When I, excuse me everybody, dry throat today. I'll start again. I need to know you now when our love is gone. I hate you now when our love is gone. I heard you've already met someone. I hate the love that you give someone. So, broken up, the love is gone. She knows that. She's made that finality, and she's come through in the first opening statement saying the love is gone. I hate the love that you give someone. So in other words, the other person moving on, giving their love to someone else, that thought is something we all resonate with. That thought is something we don't want to think about, but she's already facing it. She's already thinking about it, going, they've moved on with somebody else and left me behind. And she's already heard they've met somebody. But is there an acceptance there? We'll continue. I hope you missed what you had in me. Well, let me know and I'll hurry. That in itself is a contradiction, isn't it? Because somebody moves on, they've met somebody, you've heard about it, but you haven't accepted. You have come to the finality, the relationship is broken up. You know, physically, it's turmoil for you because you're feeling tired and lost, but mentally, you're wishing them to come back. And you'll go running. That's more or less what you're saying here, and I'll hurry. Never make that fatal mistake, anybody. Don't ever treat love on the rebound as strongly as the love that you had when you first met the person and those feelings that you had initially. Don't confuse them. Don't go on the rebound for anybody. Don't go running if they send a text. Trust me, it's not worth it. If you're tired, soaked to somebody, I hope you know it could have been me. So therefore she's up and she's down in waves about what she's saying. It's a contradiction in term here. She's also saying, yeah, you're with somebody. I just wish it could be me, the face that you're looking at, the person that you're kissing, the person that you're loving. And it continues, but I will be fine for you. Fine if I have to. I wake up high in the truth, far from fine without you. Battling contradictions here all the time. I'll be fine. This is the start of the empowerment process where you have to empower yourself to heal. I've always said that. What's the true, not reason, but how can you heal yourself? In other words, by empowering yourself and believing that you can get over this person. And she says that, but I'll be fine for you. But then at the end she says, far from fine without you. So she's still battling. It continues, yesterday I was the best you had. How can something like that even change so fast? Sorry about my trivialities, that it filled the space we couldn't breathe. So maybe it broke up over silly things. People break up for one of three reasons. They break up because they believe they found somebody better. They break up because the person they're with doesn't live up to their expectations. In other words, they're not accepting them any longer for the person that they initially fell in love with. If their life has changed and got better and better and the other person stays like this, they then start judging that other person. Hey, you need to pull up your socks and be like me. And they start putting themselves as number one in the relationship. And then the little things that you used to do and everything was okay isn't okay anymore. Like maybe you made the beds on a Monday and hoovered the floors on a Friday, and now it's, I want all that done in a day. I'm working, I'm busy, and you've had the whole day and this is all you've done. Stupid things. As I said, trivialities come into it. It continues, now my days are weak and the nights are long and my heart is still waiting for you to come home. And I know that it sounds sad as fuck, but I like me more in your company. Of course you do. When you are lost in that desert, that Trove Low, do check out her single on my channel. Sweden's darkest pop queen has said, you're in a desert situation. Emotionally, your head's messed up. Because when you are with somebody, you're not used to not being with somebody. So how do you find a routine on your own when it was a routine shared and things were shared and bills were shared and life was shared and love was shared? How do you go to that? So that's why she says, but I like me more in your company. She doesn't like the person she's becoming. She's starved of emotion, mentally and physically drained, and she's just in company. I thrived. We all do. It's like putting fertilizer on a flower and watching it flourish and become the strongest it can be for the season it can be, or for all year round. It continues, I'll be fine for you, fine if I have to. I'll wake up high in the truth, far from fine without you. So the contradiction of I will, I can't, it really reflects her everyday feelings about what's going on. She continues, I'll be fine, oh I'm fine, I'll be fine, I swear. I'm fine, I'll be fine, swear, I'm fine. I'm not fine, oh, I'm fine. And then she continues all of that in her own language towards the end of the song. And it really is a case of, what advice can I give in this situation? When your love is lost, it's lost. Never go running after anybody. Never think by or sending them a text when you know they're with somebody else. Let go, cut all strings and move on. Fate was never meant to bring you together. How do you cope then with the loneliness and the upset? Start taking, and I've said this many a time to a person, start taking a little diary, get yourself a pen, and just write down your feelings. And as soon as you've got your feelings out of the pit of your stomach and you read them back to yourself, crunch it up and throw it in the bin. People say it doesn't work. It does work because you haven't tried it. That's why it hasn't worked. And you're a disbeliever because you won't let go. You won't let go. Thirdly, I say this in most videos, instead of saying I cannot, say I can. Twist it around mentally. Look at yourself in the mirror, because we all avoid mirrors in our homestead. Look at yourself, present yourself well, don't let yourself go, and somebody will be attracted to you for who you are. Because if you can come through any breakup and look respectable, you will attract the unknown. And that's what life's about, isn't it? Isn't it exciting that there are things we don't know about, even in another relationship? So stay positive. Thanks for listening, everybody. Please press those buttony things, join my channel, and after 3, check out Trove Low as well. Take care.